Hello, my name is Alma, and today I want to talk about a way that you can handle not just anxiety, but also kind of perfectionism and the feeling of not being good enough. Um, so, the way that I figured out this method was after a long period going to my psychologist, getting the wrong advices, and then I just had to figure it out by myself. So I went to a psychologist because I had a lot of anxiety. And I didn't understand why it came because I could be so calm and confident in a situation, and then suddenly I got this panic attack. And what my psychologist told me was that I should sit down and write down everything that I'm good at, everything that I know that I can handle, and just every positive sides of myself. So I was writing down um, that I was good, that I was kind, that I was a good musician, or all these different things that I was proud of. And sorry, and then I tried when I got anxiety and just look at that picture and getting this confident boost. But somehow it didn't help at all. And I didn't understand why. And I went back to Indonesia because I was at my psychologist in Norway, and then I went back to Indonesia. I was going to do a surf. I tried to become a surf instructor, so I had to do kind of an exam. And I was so confident, and I was looking at that picture and just boosting myself. I'm gonna do this. I'm so good. I'm good at learning new stuff. I think I'm a good instructor. This will be fine. And then I'm sitting in this situation, learning about life saving, and suddenly I was actually sitting with my bottle. I will hold this so you can see, like this, and then I could just see that it was pumping. It was my heart starting to pump, and then I got a panic attack. And I didn't understand why it happened again and again because I thought I did everything right. I felt confident. I felt that I was good at what I was doing. And at the same time, this was happening. And in that period, there was a lot of other stuff in my life as well that triggered this anxiety. It could be social anxiety, like being with people, not being that person I wanted to be around people, and I could get anxiety from that. And then I just try to sit down at the beach and think about this, like, how can I handle this? What is it that is happening inside me? I just got more and more anxiety. What is it? And then suddenly I understood that what I was doing, and also with this writing down everything I was good at and trying to be this really good person that could do everything in the world, I always just tried to be perfect. And we always learn that it's impossible to be perfect, and you should not try to always be perfect. And I thought that I didn't. But when I was looking at my life and how I was thinking and how I was acting, it looked like I always had this goal of being perfect. And every time that I wasn't perfect, I got anxiety. Because when you always try to be perfect, you will always fail. Because it isn't possible to be perfect as a human. We say all humans are perfect, but also no one is perfect. And I think it's the same because it's perfect to not be perfect, I guess. I don't know, but I think sometimes we're doing this without even noticing it. So I understood, okay, so I am always just trying to be perfect. I am always just trying to be the best version of myself in all types of situations. And when I understand that I'm not perfect, when I understand that I'm doing something bad, or that I'm just not as good as everyone else in a situation, this anxiety is coming. And I was thinking, okay, but what do I do then? How can I handle this? And what I understood was that I had to change the way that I was looking at myself. Because since my first depression when I was around 14 or 15, I changed the way that I was talking to myself in a positive way. Before, I could be the worst person to myself. And then I understood that I had to change. I had to start treating myself as I want to treat other people. So I changed the whole way of how I was talking to myself. I was giving myself compliments and just trying to get this confidence boost again, telling myself that I was pretty, that I was good enough, that I was perfect. And that is a good thing because we need that, you know? But it can also be dangerous when you're only focusing on these positive sides of yourself, because then you are making this picture, you're painting this picture of the perfect version of yourself, and you're putting all your energy into seeing that person in yourself. And when there's suddenly something wrong with that picture, at least for me, I got anxiety. And you can also just feel this negative emotions or frustration or confusion. What is happening? I thought I was good at this. You're telling yourself, I am the best runner. I'm going to win this. And then you are losing again and again, and you don't understand why, because you're telling yourself that you are the best runner. And I understood that we need to change this mindset. It's good to talk positive to ourselves. It's good to have this confidence boost, but we also need to see our, I want to say bad sides, but it doesn't even need to be bad, but realistic or something like that, and accept those parts as well. Understanding that we are humans and we are not just we doesn't just have perfect sides. And we all know that, but we also need to pay some attention to that. So I did the opposite of what my psychologist told me to do. I was sitting at the beach with a pen and paper, and I'm starting to write down all the negative sides that I'm having. Everything that I'm bad at. Every also just not stuff that I was bad at, but also I was writing down that I struggled with jealousy, and I was writing down that I was bad at being a good friend. I felt that at that point. But also this general stuff about not being as good as inviting people, or I'm not that good at learning stuff that I'm not interested to, like all this different stuff. And it was actually pretty hard because I'm so used to think about myself in a positive way that it looks like, or it felt like, all these negative sides of myself, I have just been pushed them down. And I understood that that's the reason why I'm getting this anxiety, because I kind of get shocked when I'm failing. And sorry. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So I was sitting down, writing this down, all the stuff that I'm bad at or my negative sides. And when I was finished, I just looked at the paper. I looked at it and I just tried to understand that this is me. This is the person that I am. And if someone would not like that person, that's fine. Because I would rather be a unique, strong, independent person that I am, that is me with all my personalities, and I want people to like that part of me, that version of me, instead of trying to adapt everyone around me. So I wrote down a sentence that was, think it was, I would rather stand still and strong in all types of weather than kind of sway in only sunshine. And that means that I would rather just have a fight, get confronted for being the person that I am, instead of always just trying to be that perfect picture that I'm painting so people would like me. And of course, we should always try to be a better person. Of course, we should always try. Like, it's not a good thing to be mean or mad at people all the time. But if that is something you're struggling with, then accept that, understand that this is you, and then you can try to figure out how you can work with it. How can I work on my anger, on my emotions, instead of telling yourself, no, but I'm always happy, when that's not true. You need to accept that person. And it helped me understanding my anxiety, and especially at that point, because I was in Bali, I had, was a lot of new friends. My whole life was kind of new and different from what I was used to. And I also struggled with meeting all these people and feeling that I wanted to be like them, or maybe they like her better than me because she's like that and I am not. And then just accepting who I am and trust that I am good enough as that person really helped me in this social social life. I felt so much more confident. I could go into a room, just sit down, being confident, understanding that I am good enough as I am with all my flaws. And when I did that, I got so many new friends and relationships, and just this, like, people also trusted me in another way. People were also more confident with me because I showed this confidence about being who I am, who I was. So that is my big advice for you if you have experienced any of these emotions or situations that I just talked about. Um, Write down all this stuff that you're not proud of. Look at it, accept it, understand that this is you. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to work with becoming a better person. It's all about understanding who you are, being proud of that person, and stop trying to be something else, someone else, that perfect picture that you're painting, and getting shocked when you're not that perfect girl or guy. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and please reach out to me if there's anything I can help you with, and leave a comment below if you have experienced anything of this, and want to share that with me and the community. Yeah, that's all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.